Falling in Reverse are riding high on the success of their fastest rising single to date, amassing a very impressive 20 million views in a little over a month, with the band announcing a big headlining run dubbed the Popular Monster Tour a short time later. That tour featured support from Ice Nine Kills, Under Oath, Spiritbox, Slaughter to Prevail, Crown the Empire, and Catch Your Breath. But a short time after that announcement, the band Spiritbox faced swift backlash along with several other bands on the lineup from some of their fans who were outraged that the band was touring with Falling in Reverse's controversial frontman, Ronnie Radke. Now, ultimately, Spiritbox withdrew from the 6 shows they were scheduled to perform on that tour. They did not provide an explanation for that withdrawal, but the assumption by pretty much everyone is that this was as a result of that backlash. Now, Ronnie Radke still, after they withdrew from the tour, was very complimentary of the band, with some folks expecting him to be critical of them. One fan shared this on Twitter: "I'm sure people assumed you were going to talk trash about them from dropping off the tour. It ruins things for certain people because they wanted drama so bad." Ronnie said, "Could never talk trash. Courtney and the rest of them are so sweet. I feel sorry for them as some of their fans are awful." Now, in the midst of all of this controversy, Avenged Sevenfold made their highly anticipated comeback, releasing their new single Nobody from their upcoming record. Check out the music video if you haven't yet. It's a visual masterpiece. Great to have them back, and I can't wait to see them live later this year. The band enlisted Falling in Reverse for 2 massive shows in New York at Madison Square Garden and Los Angeles at the Kia Forum, which led to Avenged Sevenfold featuring some pretty harsh criticism in the comments of those announcements. And in a new interview with the punk rock MBA's McKenty, M Shadows spoke about that criticism they received and defended Ronnie Radke. Before we continue, if you're new to Rockfeed, do us a favor and subscribe with notifications on for the latest rock news. M Shadows has previously spoken about Ronnie Radke, writing on Twitter, "You gotta pay attention to what Ronnie Radke is doing. Love or hate him. Releases singles, check. Everything feels thought out and important, check. Fan base engaged, check. Old heads hate it, check. Kudos for sticking to the vision." And now in a new appearance on the Punk Rock MBA with McKenty, M Shadows spoke at length about a number of fascinating topics, including Ronnie Radke. You can watch the entire conversation at the link in the description. Speaking to Finn about the Falling in Reverse controversy and the criticism Avenged Sevenfold have faced for having Falling in Reverse as support at these shows, he said, "I think that anyone that knows me, I've been very vocal about my support of all sorts of these groups that are attacking Ronnie right now, personally, right? Whether it's the LGBTQ or whatever, all these communities, right? I really do want everybody to do whatever they want in their life that makes them happy. I've spoken out for women's rights, I've spoken out for Black Lives Matter, I've done all these things that I feel very passionately about." The thing with Ronnie, the guy is allowed to have an opinion, and his opinion ruffles feathers. And then he digs his heels in and goes hard on some of the people that are attacking him. I've looked at all of his accusations. There's been no proof of these things. He did time for one thing he did do, and it's almost like this society where you can't come back out and have any sort of career or anything happen because you don't like that this guy is a firecracker and he's gonna hit back at you. He continued later, "It's really sad because most of these people I see commenting or getting worked up, we could all be friends. There's nothing that's separate. It's just, I'm telling you, intent matters. If Ronnie really hated those people, he would just say he hates those people. But he doesn't, and he says, listen, I'm not gonna take a bunch of shit from you guys. Like, I'm gonna fight back, and then no one likes that. No one likes to get punched back. What did Mike Tyson say? Everyone talks till they get punched in the mouth. And like a lot of these people, they put him on blast, he puts them on blast, and they delete what they originally wrote. I mean, didn't someone say something and he sued them and actually won? Someone just made something up?" He later continued, "And this goes back to rock and roll and danger. Ronnie to me is a perfect character that would have been like Axl Rose or the sort of Marilyn Manson, even Kurt Cobain. I mean, these guys were, we all love to remember the beautiful parts of the people that have passed away, but when you think about rock and roll, you think about Led Zeppelin throwing meat on the girls, and you think about these sorts of things, but no one has a word to say, or Elvis dating underage girls or whatever it is. But now we've got a guy that's literally like, we want rock and roll to be dangerous, but we don't. But what happens is rock and roll will take a new form, and it will be something different. And right now it's kind of hip hop, it's emo rap, whatever it is. I mean, there's a danger that still goes on. And then where is everybody at? What's everyone listening to? What's successful right now? That is what's happening. And this will get taken out of context because it always does. I'm not saying that's how it has to be. I'm saying that is what people react to. When you take a genre and cut off the balls, you get what we have going on. It is what it is. Like, we're in the middle of it right now. We put this guy on shows. I know Ronnie. I like Ronnie. And I'll also say we've had everything from radio stations not want to talk about our shows. We've had many bands, more than that are in the press, have had a problem or backed out of shows with us. And that is their right. That's awesome. Fine. It's fine. But we are not going to give into that pressure. It's just not who we are. M Shadow is a very insightful person, a great interview. You should watch the entire thing at the link in the description. It sounds like they dealt with some additional backlash than what we knew of. And despite that, the band is sticking with Falling in Reverse on these shows. And it sounds like the shows are selling very well, both the popular Monster and of course Avenged Sevenfold, a band we haven't gotten to see live in many years. So that's exciting. And the thing you can expect with Avenged Sevenfold is they're always going to bring a world-class production. You look at their stage production and everything, they spare no expense on this. Looking forward to hopefully hearing about some additional shows from them as well. That is your latest update from Rockfeed. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button with notifications on and check out the recommended video up on your screen.